Hello, everyone. I am Kristen Brown. I'm a relationship healing and self worth recovery life coach. I was in a group of women the other day, and one of the women said, how can you tell if your partner is the one that you are supposed to marry and ride off into the sunset with, the one committed, true life partner that you have been looking for? Now, this is an excellent question, and I was really glad that she was asking this because I love when people do some introspection before they take the big leap of marriage, because most of us know that there's so many marriages that fail. And the unfortunate issue with that is that there's children involved, and that can get really messy and destructive to some kids in some relationships. So I like to see people stay together, and asking questions like this is how we do that because we want to know if we are making a good decision. So, with that being said, many of the other women were saying things to her like, well, can you imagine your life without him? How would you feel if he wasn't in your life anymore? Another gal said, could you be happy without him? Now, granted, those are all amazing questions. I think any question is a good question that is going to bring some self reflection to you, because questions have a way of pulling information out that we didn't know was there. However, she kind of hemmed and hawed over the whole thing, and it just wasn't quite resonating with her. And she had the comment. She said, yeah, I could be happy without him because I'm happy when I'm single. I don't have a problem being single. It wouldn't be a big deal for me to be happy. She also went on to say that they were 3 years living in separate housing. And then for the past couple years that they had been living together. Not only that, that they have been crazy in love and they have a great relationship. So with that being said, there's something that stood out as vitally important to me, and that is what happened in this relationship that made her start to think, because for the past 3, 4, 5 years, she hadn't been wondering if he was the one. Now, all of a sudden, she is. One, they've been talking about marriage. So, of course, that's going to bring up some feelings because getting married is a big step. We're hoping that it's for life, and we want to stay married to our partner, especially if there's children that come on board, because we know that divorce can be quite destructive for a lot of children. But two, she's really taking a look at what this all means to her. And the biggest thing that has changed for her is that she went from being solo and single and autonomous and independent to now living with a partner. And we know what happens when we live with a partner. We have to tell them where we're going. We have to negotiate things such as money or where we're eating or how loud the TV is or the radio or what path to take when we're driving to the store or whose parents do we go to for Christmas. I mean, there's a lot that's involved. It's no longer just about you. So I honor her for even having these questions. But I said to her one thing, let me ask you something, and it's going to be a little unconventional because typically people do ask things like, well, can you live without him or would you be happy without him? Again, good questions. But I said, let me ask you something else, because based on the story that she told, I was getting a different hit that there could be something else going on here. And I said to her, could this at all be rooted in a fear of losing your freedom and independence? And she looked at me like, wow. She said, that is such a powerful question. And I think there's something to that. So she is afraid that she might lose her independence, the very thing that she loves so much. It is our highest value as human beings to be free. If you really think about it, what do you want? We want to be free. We want to be free to be ourselves. We want to be free to make choices that are good for us. We want to be free to do and be as we please, that is fulfilling in our own life. I also asked her if she had had a backstory of where she wasn't free, or where maybe she was controlled by somebody in her past or in her youth, where she was overpowered, or where she really did not have a say in what was good and right for her. And she said, these are super powerful questions that I really need to ponder. What I also said to her is, look at your own relationship and ask yourself, am I free? Does this person let me be me? Do I get to be and do as I please? Or is there some kind of a consequence if I don't do and be as they want me to do and be. And if that is true, then chances are you might be being overpowered or being controlled. And that's not fun for anybody. But in her situation, she wasn't. And she realized that she truly, one of her highest values of all was being free, and that she could look at this situation with her partner and decide whether she truly was free or not. Here's one more thought about all of this is that how much are you requiring your freedom? Are you speaking up to your partner? Are you letting them know what your value is and how important it is to you? This is interesting to me because my husband had a fear of getting married because one of his highest values is not being controlled, and it is about being free. Now, he had some wounds attached to this in the past. So I had to really work with him on this because I am a free giver. Now, what it means to be free, let me just say real quickly, is this doesn't mean free to cheat. This doesn't mean free to abuse substance. It doesn't mean free to do things that are illegal. That's not what personal freedom is. Personal freedom is about being yourself, dressing how you want to dress, coming and going as you want to, doing things that fulfill you, like hiking or being on the bowling team or having certain friends. Are you free? Does your partner embrace and hold up who you are and say, yes, go fly? Because they say, you let something free and it comes back to you, it's yours. One of the ways that we can most solidify a relationship is to truly let people be who they are. But a problem happens in this when we are afraid. We try to control our partner so that we can feel safe and comfortable in the relationship. And for someone who does not want to be held under their thumb, they do not want to have the ball and chain around them. Those type of people are really going to buck this, and they're going to be afraid of long-term commitment. So if this is you, if you're someone who is truly afraid of or questioning whether your person is the one, but that's kind of tertiary. If you're really afraid of long-term commitment and what that might mean, remember these things. Number one, everything is reversible besides birth and death, or maybe some kind of felony. You know what I'm saying? Most things in life are reversible. One of the things I said to my husband when he was so afraid, I said to him, you know what? I said, you're free to divorce me anytime you want. Anytime you think I'm not working for you, I'm not treating you right, disrespecting you, abusing you, become an addict of some kind, divorce my ass. You are allowed to step out of this marriage anytime you want. And you could almost see his body relax, like, oh, he had never given himself permission for that because marriage is a big thing for him. So he just really sat back in that for a minute and was like, okay. Well, of course, he ended up marrying me, and we have a great marriage now. However, and he doesn't want to step out. He loves being here. He loves being with me. He loves our family. But I wanted him to know that he was free, that he could be anything he wants. And at any point in life, if it changed for him, that I wasn't going to hold him back. That's not my job to hold him back. It's his job to do what he wants in life and to fulfill himself in the most highest way. So if you are somebody who is afraid of being held back or not having your independence or freedom, I ask you, is your person doing this to you, or are you doing this to you? Are you holding yourself back? Because if you're holding yourself back, you might be projecting that outward onto them and blaming them for something that is truly not happening. I hope you guys got a lot from this episode today. It's such a juicy and fun topic, and I love talking to you guys. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you receive notifications when I upload new content, and also hit that big thumbs up button because that sends the algorithms out into the YouTube universe, and then you're going to help my business grow. All right, you guys, so much love to you. Mwah. Peace.